Welcome everyone to the 2016 Atlanta Hustle season recap, and we start things off against Nashville. After trailing for most of the game, the Hustle were able to break through thanks to a tough defense and a Callahan that re-energized the offense. The struggle would continue in the next game against Charlotte, with their defense holding strong, but with an offense that struggled to create scores off turns. Atlanta's first wins came a lot tougher than they expected. The lack of offensive production led to another close game against Nashville, and they wanted redemption. While just under a minute left in the game, the integrity rule was called by Robert Runner, which would send us to overtime. With 5 seconds left, Radcliffe makes the undercut. He looks into the end zone, throws the hammer. Davenport is wide open, gets the score in overtime, giving Atlanta their first loss of the season. Things were rocky for the Hustle as they headed into Jacksonville, and the Cannons continued to have the Hustle's number. Throughout the game, the Cannons played to our weaknesses and aired the disc out, grabbing multiple skies and stifling our defense. Just when the offense needed new life, Dylan Tennell led them to victory over the Flyers by throwing 10 assists and grabbing Player of the Week, beginning his campaign for MVP. And this signature win gave the Hustle momentum leading into their long road trip. On to Austin, where Atlanta needed a win to stay in the playoff race. Austin looked to have the game in the bag, but the Hustle D closed a large gap late in the fourth and then would take the win in OT, keeping their season alive. The Hustle headed back to the ATL for their final showdown with the Jacksonville Cannons. An emotional game for both teams, but Matt Smith and Nathan Vickroy were able to step up and give the Atlanta Hustle their first ever playoff bid. Playoff time had arrived in Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Atlanta Hustle were determined to look for the upset. It was a game full of great plays from both sides, and it looked to be going Raleigh's way until late in the fourth quarter, when once again the Atlanta Hustle defense caused break after break, pushing past Raleigh and into the division finals against the Dallas Roughnecks. Going into the finals, everyone knew how tough Dallas would be, but the Hustle defense showed up like they did all season, slowing down the quick offense attacks from Dallas and keeping the game close. Unfortunately, the Roughnecks offense was just too powerful, and the Hustle were not able to keep up. After a long season and a long travel to the divisional finals, the Hustle ended their campaign just short of a Final Four appearance. The Atlanta Hustle is gearing up for their 2017 season. Make sure you get your seats at atlantahustle.com/tickets.